Idem viciem, bonjour à tous, hello everybody. So I will talk to you today and explain you how we made a multilingual website with almost no translation resources. So I work at the Ministry of Culture and inside the delegation for French language and languages of France. We are responsible for the policy for languages in France. We cover the French, of course, but also all the languages spoken in France, like foreign languages, but also regional languages. We count about 75 languages that are historically spoken in France. We call them the languages of France. Most are regional languages, such as Occitan, for example, but there are also languages like language of signs, which are not regional. So we also work, as you say, we promote multilingualism, which is very important for us, and which is today the language of Europe. So we have a team dedicated to the digital projects here in the delegation. In this team, we try to help and to accompany the technologies for languages, which seems to be very important for language policy today. And in these policies, linked open data appears to us a very good opportunity to provide multilingual web services and applications. And we have seen today that there are many possibilities. Many presentations showed us what can offer linked open data. So I will try to show you a concrete example of what we did with cultural data. So it all began with a partnership we signed between Ministry of Culture, INRIA, which is a major leading research expert in France, and Wikimedia France, which is the French chapter of Wikimedia Association. We signed this partnership in 2012. And we managed to put together a very unique expertise, technical expertise on web and linked data, which is INRIA, expertise on culture, which is Ministry of Culture, and Wikimedia France, which is the largest provider of cultural content on the web. In France, there are more than 25 million visitors of the Wikipedia in a month. So the goal of this partnership is to mutualize expertise and to imagine new projects, new connections, new technologies for culture and diversity. So the partnership will be reinforced this year. We are working on the late things for the next partnership. We will integrate more of the cultural institutions like Musée du Louvre, Monuments Historiques, Bibliothèque Nationale de France, all the institutions in France that provide culture will be integrated deeply into the next partnership. One of our first projects within the partnership was dbpedia.fr, which is a Wikipedia extraction conforming to linked open data standards. Based on the dbpedia.org project, which is a German project that were made a few years before. And this dbpedia is also available through a SparkQL endpoint since 2013. So thanks to this project, dbpedia.fr, we made a few experiments. The first one was a project called HDA Lab, which you can see on the web. We have the URL. It's hdalab.iri.research.org, which is a database with about 3,000 articles related to culture. We made them available in 6 languages by linking the tags describing these articles. Another project we made in 2013 is museosphere.net. It's a museum search web service, which is available in 9 languages. And basically, you have most of it is dbpedia.fr, and some part is some data from Ministère de la Culture. And you can search museums based on a few personal criteria. In 2014, we organized a competition in Paris to help developing projects based on the linked data. And we had about 30 proposals. And some of the winners, because we had 3 winners, you can see Krotos Lab, which proposed to browse and tag paintings in Wikipedia in 33 languages. So now I come to Joconde Lab project, which is the main reason I'm here today. This is our latest project with DBpedia here in the Ministry of Culture. The experiment took place in 2013. We started in June, and we finished the project in January 2014 with Joconde Lab website opening. So what is Joconde Lab? Joconde Lab is the mix of Joconde, which is a very old database in France containing many documentations about works of art displayed in the French museums. You've got about 300,000 images of works of art that are, most of them, not elsewhere on the web. So there is some interest in that. I can also add that these images are very various. So you can find images of paintings, of sculpture, of prehistoric objects, of clothes. So there is anything that is in the museum. And what was our objective? It was to allow a full navigation of the database, Joconde database, with 14 languages. Why 14? Because it was those languages that were directly integrated into dbpedia.fr. So we tried to say, okay, we have the database, we will tag them with the Wikipedia tags, and we will allow full navigation and search of the Joconde with 14 languages. The project started in June. We had the help of Institut de Recherche et d'Innovation du Centre Pompidou, which is a small team dedicated to innovation in the Centre Pompidou. And 8 months later, the Joconde Lab website opened. So we have 300,000 images available in 14 languages. When I say available, it means we can browse them and you can search them in 14 languages. All we had to do for translation was about half a page of text, which was the interface text you can find in the menus, in the buttons, in the home page. It was about half a page of text. So we managed to find friends and colleagues for these translations. And what's interesting is that in the 14 languages, you will see later, there are many languages outside Europe and many languages that are not so used on the web. For example, you have 4 regional languages. So it's one of the first public websites with regional languages like Basque, Occitan, Catalan, and Breton. So this is quite new for us. And we won a prize called the Time Intelligence Awards 3 months later. So it's a very successful project. And one last thing about it, about the project, it's a very small project for us. The budget is very, very little. I can say to you it's 50,000 euros for developing this website. So it's a very small thing. That means it's easy to do and to reproduce. That's the aim of the project. So I try to explain how this works with a little image I made. Maybe those that are familiar with DBpedia will understand very easily. But I try to explain for people that are not so familiar with these technologies. So it all starts with the Joconde keywords you have here, which is about 100,000 keywords documenting the images. And we made links with Wikipedia keywords we got from DBpedia. You see Wikipedia with extraction to DBpedia. The keywords are here. And with a tool we made with Centre Pompidou, which made the Joconde Lab back office, which was a very simple tool. I will show you it later. We made links between Wikipedia keywords and Joconde keywords. So we can use these links, and if the Wikipedia keywords are multilingual, that means that we can get the content behind Joconde keywords in multilingual. So we have the Joconde Lab public website. We will interrogate Wikipedia to get images of Wikipedia, descriptions of Wikipedia. We will get the links we made, RDF links, and we also get the images from Joconde here, and the metadata, the other metadata we got from Joconde. This is with a classic PostgreSQL request. So I've got a demo, so I will try now to see a little online, offline demo. Get the up. Okay, perfect. It's working. So this is what looks like the home page. You see the at the upside. You see the languages available. So you have French, English, Italian, Spanish, Dutch, Portuguese, Arabic, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, Catalan, Basque, Breton, and Occitan. This is the languages that are available on dbpedia.fr. So when we go to the home page, you will see the different possibilities to browse in the content here, and you can directly access the contents by clicking on an image. Or you can enter some keywords here, which are the keywords linked between Wikipedia and Joconde. So if you move forward, here I will put a keyword. You see that it is autocomplete from Wikipedia API. We've got a keyword sculpture. Here it's in French, sorry. We put the keyword sculpture, and it will reduce the number. We have, see 12,000 results for sculpture. I will add some. If I browse and if I navigate my cursor through the image, I can see the linked keywords, which appear in blue here. All these keywords have been linked between Wikipedia and Joconde, and thus allow the multilingualism. So we can add a few more keywords. We say Auguste Rodin, for example. You see that you have only 400 results. And we'll add woman. We go to 150 results. So this is what takes place when you move the cursor on the images. You have some keywords, and each keyword has some documentation from Wikipedia, with an image from Wikipedia, which is here, and the text here comes from Wikipedia also. So now if I click to English, you see that the keywords are translated to the equivalents in English of the keywords, and the search results remain the same. We can try for the other languages. We are lucky because these 3 keywords are available in all the languages, but it's not the case for all. And you see that all the text coming when you go on the keywords are also in the language requested. So this is for Arabic. We just put the text on the right. It was a little modification, but it was not so hard. This is the Russian, the Chinese, and you see this information from Wikipedia appearing. Japanese, Catalan. So this is the 4 regional languages on the right of the bar. Okay, so now if you click on the keyword, you've got the results for this keyword. Allegoria, which is 4,000 results. If you click on an image, you get to the complete file of the work. In blue, you have the keywords that were linked with Wikipedia. So only these keywords in blue are translated, of course. Here, the file in different languages. And other very interesting possibility is the contribution tool. You can add yourself some keywords to the file. So if I add, for example, in French, the word dessin, which is drawing, let's put it here. So I've got the keyword dessin. Now if I switch to English, I've got drawing. and if I switch to another language, so drawing, and I switch to Chinese, yes, it's of course drawing. So it's a multilingual contribution tool. It's very easy. I mean, different people can contribute to Joconde Lab in different languages. I will not go through all the demonstration, but you can see by yourself you have many other possibilities to browse in the corpus with a map, for example, which is also multilingual. You can also browse by type of keywords, by artists, etc. Many possibilities that we experimented in this project. So what's interesting is that all these navigation possibilities are fully accessible in 14 languages. So I will leave this and go back to okay. So this is the screenshots. What I just want to show you before. Yes, it's the back office. Yes. So, back office, as I said, is a very simple tool we made for this task. You can see here on the left all the keywords from the Joconde corpus, and you have in the column with the arrows, the blue arrows, are the links with Wikipedia. We get an automatic tool which proposes to the team different proposals matching the Joconde reference, and the user manually validates or qualifies the link. It means that each link in the Joconde Lab project was validated by a human, and each link was also qualified. There are some links that are perfect matches, and there are some links that are just partial matches, or wider or narrower. So this is very important, and we used different kind of links during the project for the front office for the different possibilities. So each link has a status. It's narrower, wider, perfect match, or not so good. This is very important. So we made the links within Ministry of Culture. We linked 90,000 keywords. 2 people worked on the project for 6 months, so for 3 months. So that means 3 months work for almost 100,000 keywords. What's interesting to note is that with dbpedia.fr, we got about 95% of the Joconde keywords found in dbpedia.fr. We tried with dbpedia.org, which goes through the English as main languages, because the starting of dbpedia.org is the English language. So we lose pages that are not, for example, that don't have an English version. And we tried the project with dbpedia.org. We only got about 75% of coverage of the Joconde keywords. So there is a very big gap of 20% that we could get with this dbpedia.fr that we made.
So, that's very interesting. So, thank you very much, Thibault.